Let's work on our last passage question. Paul was most likely bothered by overhearing the conversation at school because now that we did step 1, which was to read the question, let's move on to step 2. What are some keywords that you would circle in this question? Some of the keywords I circled were bothered, overhearing, and conversation. I circled conversation and overhearing because I remember reading these in our text, and I know that they're going to help me find a section in the text to try to find our answer in. I also circled the word bothered because we need to try to find a reaction in the text that shows where Paul seems a little bit shocked about what he heard. So let's go ahead and do step 3 and find our keywords in the text. I see the word overheard. I see the word telling. Now I don't see the word bothered, but that's okay. We've found 2 of our keywords, which means we are on the right track. Now that we've found our keywords, we can do step 4, which is to read around the keywords to try to help us answer the question. Let's reread paragraph 3. One day, I overheard a student telling a teacher that she didn't have much food at home, and she wasn't looking forward to summer because she wouldn't eat regularly. I couldn't believe my ears. I had never realized there were kids at my school who didn't have 3 meals a day. I had always taken it for granted that the students I went to school with were eating enough just like me. It sounds like the author, Paul, was shocked to hear that not everyone around him was eating 3 meals a day like him. He was so shocked. Now let's go back to page 6 and see if we can find an answer choice that matches Paul's reaction to being bothered and shocked about not everyone eating regularly. Paul was most likely bothered by overhearing the conversation at school because he A. doesn't want the school to cancel summer vacation, B. thinks his teacher will wonder why he isn't in class, C. was afraid that they would get mad at him for listening, or D. had no idea the problem existed. Take a look at our passage. I couldn't believe my ears. I had never realized there were kids at my school who didn't have 3 meals a day. Paul was most likely bothered by overhearing the conversation at school because he had no idea the problem existed. He didn't know that there were kids around him who didn't have enough food to eat at home.